Welcome back to Smokies Plus. In this video, we'll be ranking every mountain coaster in the Great Smoky Mountains as of May of 2025. Let's get started. As we head into this, a couple of notes that I want to give you guys. One, I'm aware that there is a mountain coaster coming in June, releasing in June of 2025 that won't be in this list, unfortunately. I will do a video on it once we are able to cover it. I'll do a full review and then I'll update my ranking video in the future to include it. Another thing I want to point out, there's no special points or bonuses given to any mountain coaster that's nestled in the hillside or mountainside. It is the Smoky Mountains, so that feels like that should be almost an automatic feature. But if you have no theming to speak of and you're not nestled in the mountain hillside, I do kind of take away for that. Please keep in mind that these are my thoughts and opinions, and I know yours may vary. You may have a mountain coaster that you absolutely love that I've ranked lower, or maybe there's something I love that you think is a terrible ride. I would love to hear from you. If you think I got it wrong or you think I did a great job, please leave a comment down below with your rankings. Maybe give me your top 3, top 5 of what you enjoy the most and why that might be. And be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed this ranking video. Speed is important to me on these rides. I ride every mountain coaster, no brakes. So keep that in mind when I'm comparing one to another. That part's very important to me. So without any further ado, let's get to the rankings. At number 12, the Tennessee Flyer at Ober Mountain. Has a top speed of 25 miles per hour, 3,750 feet of track, lasts around 5.5 minutes. Originally opened as the Ski Mountain Coaster in 2015, it was rebranded to Tennessee Flyer in 2022. Rated 4 out of 5 on TripAdvisor and 3.6 out of 5 on Google. Pros. I would have previously said price because it was included with the wristband, but now you pay for the wristband to ride everything else and have to pay extra for the mountain coaster. No other positives to speak of. Cons. This was the most painful experience I have ever had on a mountain coaster. When I rode, these carts were old. I don't know if they've updated the carts since then. I've not been able to find anything that stated that they have. But either way, I felt every bump and every turn and could not wait for this one to be over. Another negative, if it's busy on Ober Mountain, it will be a very long wait. I would avoid this one as all other options for mountain coasters in the area are better. Number 11, Rail Runner at Anakeesta. Top speed of 25 miles per hour, 1,600 feet of track, opened in 2018. Rated 3.6 out of 5 on TripAdvisor, 4.1 out of 5 on Google. Pros. The only single rail mountain coaster in the United States. Very cool designation and feels extremely fast. Cons. Painful, hard turns. I felt like I was in a car accident on some of these turns. I felt like I needed to get a chiropractor adjustment after some of these turns. Felt out of control, but in a very bad way. This is the first mountain coaster I was tempted to ride the brake on, but I didn't. So, I will say this. Little kids got off of it loving it. So it might have to do with how heavy the person riding it is. I don't know. Regardless, I won't ever ride this one again. Additionally, you have to pay for the Anakeesta ticket and the mountain coaster ticket separately. Number 10, the Ski Lift Shootout Coaster at Rowdy Bear in Pigeon Forge. Top speed of 30 miles per hour, 1,300 feet of track, and approximately 3 to 4 minute ride. Opened in 2021. There are no TripAdvisor or Google rankings broken out separate. Pros. A great family ride that is one of the most unique coasters in the Smokies. Cons. Not really that fun, and the laser shooting aspect doesn't always work the best. This is definitely on the lowest end of the thrill rating out of all of the mountain coasters. Number 9, Hellbender at Anakeesta. Top speed of 25 miles per hour, 3,350 feet of track, opened in 2023. Rated 4.1 out of 5 on Google. Pros: smooth ride with scenic views. The double rail design adds more stability that the Rail Runner is lacking. Switchback run on the track was unique, and I think it was supposed to mimic the Hellbender Salamander's movement of moving back and forth. So I liked where they were going with it. Cons: honestly, it was pretty boring. It had a ton of potential, being a latecomer to the game, to be something extremely special, but it felt like it really missed the mark. One of the slowest top speeds among the group. And like with the Rail Runner, you do have to pay for the ticket to get to Anakeesta and for the mountain coaster itself. Number 8, the Avalanche Snow Coaster. Top speed of 30 miles per hour, 2,200 feet of track, and the ride lasts around 3 to 5 minutes. Opened in 2021. No TripAdvisor or Google ranking, broken out separately. Pros: this is the first powered alpine coaster in the US, which means you can hit top speed even if you're going uphill. Side-by-side seating is great for sharing the rides with kids or a buddy. It operates in all weather and has a unique go-kart on rail vibe. Fast and smooth. Alex and I really enjoyed this one, and it is a unique feeling of going top speed up a hill. Cons: shorter than many coasters in the area. Because it's powered, it lacks that gravity-driven thrill or that swoosh factor. No theming, and scenery is limited compared to mountain coasters with these deep forest runs. Thrill factor is relatively low, but not the worst in this ranking. Number 7, Moonshine Mountain Coaster. Top speed of 30 miles per hour and approximately 5-minute ride. Originally opened as Gallenberg Mountain Coaster in 2014 and rebranded to Moonshine in 2021. Rated 4.5 out of 5 on TripAdvisor, 4.6 out of 5 on Google. Pros: this was my first mountain coaster in the area, so it holds a nostalgic place in my heart. Pretty fun, and lines aren't usually too bad, especially first thing in the morning. Cons: theming is limited. It's fun, but not overly exciting. Number 6, the Wild Stallion at Skyland Ranch. Top speed of 35 miles per hour, 1.25 miles of track, over an 8-minute ride. Opened in 2023. Rated 4.3 out of 5 on TripAdvisor and 4.5 out of 5 on Google. Pros: I want to give Skyland Ranch credit on this one. They could have made the entrance to their mountain coaster be at the top and force you to pay for both admission to the park and the coaster, like Anakeesta and Ober Mountain does, but they didn't. You can enter it from the bottom of the park before you even go up to the top. This one is pretty fun and feels very fast at times. Cons: less tree cover than most other coasters. This will likely break the immersion a bit. Nothing particularly special on this ride. Number 5, Ripley's Mountain Coaster, Gatlinburg. Top speed of 35 miles per hour, approximately 3,100 feet of track, and lasts around 3 to 4 minutes. Originally opened as Rowdy Bear Mountain Coaster in 2017 and was rebranded to Ripley's in 2022. Rated 4.5 out of 5 on TripAdvisor. Pros: one of the fastest top speeds in the Smokies. This is the only mountain coaster where you feel actual G-force. Head was almost woozy coming off of it, which sounds negative, but it was the closest thing to feeling like you rode an actual roller coaster. Cons: it's a very quick ride. It's over fast. You're going to want to do this one twice. Number 4, Rocky Top Mountain Coaster in Pigeon Forge. Top speed of 30 miles per hour, 3,887 feet of track, and lasts around 9 minutes. Opened in 2018. Rated 4.8 out of 5 on TripAdvisor and 4.7 out of 5 on Google. Pros. This one is super long. It has 4 lift hills and 4 different drops. This one is fun, but so much more fun to ride at night. I highly recommend that. You can usually get a pretty good deal on this one. Check Groupon and you can almost always find a super good price. Cons. 4 lift hills. I know I listed it as a positive, but with an average ride of around 9 minutes, it feels like over half of it is spent going uphill. Number 3, coasters at Goats on the Roof, Pigeon Forge. Top speed of nearly 30 miles per hour, track length of 3,061 feet, opened in 2014. TripAdvisor 4.5 out of 5. Pros. Unique experience with actual goats on the roof. Theming at front gate and in gift shop is so much fun. Buy a cup of feed and you can feed the goats. Coaster is a ton of fun. I find myself literally giggling riding this one. Often there's special pricing on this, so be on the lookout for that. A lot of times it can be as cheap as $10 I've seen, so it shouldn't break the bank for you and your family. There's also Dinosaur Putt-Putt on the grounds. Cons. It is shorter in duration compared to others, and the theming on the ride itself is pretty minimal. All right, so we're down to the top 2, and putting a number 1 and a number 2 on this was very difficult for me. One of these coasters holds a very special place in my heart, and the other one is just a super unique and fun experience. So after much going back and forth, the number 2 mountain coaster for me is the Smoky Mountain Alpine Coaster in Pigeon Forge. With a top speed of 27 miles per hour over 1 mile of track, it's approximately an 8-minute ride. Opened in 2013, rated 4.8 out of 5 on TripAdvisor. This had been in my number 1 spot for years and years. It's been my favorite mountain coaster in the area and is still a very close second. It is a super long ride. Some really super fun runs on this one. Cons. Almost always super busy because of how good it is. Additionally, I have no way of proving this, but it feels like it's slower than it used to be. I had recommended this to many people over and over again as the fastest feeling coaster in the Smokies. But when I went back to ride it again here in the last year, something about it just felt much slower. So I don't know if there's any proof to it. I could not find anything online that stated one way or another. But on this particular day, for me, the run was a bit slower and felt like there was some braking in places that I wasn't expecting. So my number 1 mountain coaster in the Great Smoky Mountains, the Lost Mine Mountain Coaster. Top speed of 30 miles per hour, 5,400 feet of track, and lasts around 10 to 18 minutes depending on what speed you go. Opened up in 2023. Rated 4.9 out of 5 on TripAdvisor and 4.8 out of 5 on Google, the highest ranking by far on both platforms. Guys, the theming on this one is so much fun. The theming in this place rivals that of actual theme parks. The ride is so very long, fast, and an absolute blast. At 2 different points of the ride, you will get breathtaking views of Pigeon Forge and the Great Smoky Mountains. Combine this with the putt-putt that is right on site, and you can have a ton of fun with your family and friends. Cons. Price. One of the pricier coasters. You can get some discounts when you combine it with the Putt-Putt Golf, but with all that being said, you get what you pay for. I wanted to give a quick bonus ranking for my top 5 in thrill. Now, this is going to probably be confusing to some, but stick with me and I'll explain. Number 5 in thrill, the Lost Mine Coaster. The theming really pulls this one up into first, and the length of it, but from a thrill perspective, It comes in at number 5. Number 4, Goat Coaster. Some may disagree with me, but I can usually tell when something is really enjoyable to me and thrilling when I can't stop laughing. So I do that a lot on Goat Coaster. Number 3, the Smoky Mountain Alpine Coaster. Though I said it feels a little slower at times, still has some of the faster runs that I can remember riding in the Smoky Mountains. Number 2, Ripley's. As I stated, the G-force on this is unparalleled out of all the mountain coasters in the Great Smoky Mountains. And number 1, Rail Runner. Now, I understand how low I ranked it in my actual rankings, but that comes from a pain and safety issue that I have with the ride. If you were restrained a little bit better, coming around some of those corners would be absolutely thrilling. It was the most fearful I've been on one of these mountain coasters, flying around those corners, just getting jerked around. But I can't debate the fact that there's no other mountain coaster more thrilling than the Rail Runner. I just can't. So that'll do it. I'd love to hear from you. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? Give me your top 3, top 5. What's your favorite mountain coaster in the Smoky Mountains and why? And if you enjoyed watching this ranking video, please give it a thumbs up. This has been another video from the Great Smoky Mountains. We hope you have a great day. God bless.